Hey there, friends. Happy Monday to you. Happy Moon Day. I hope that you are having a sweet Moon Day. It's a vacation week Moon Day for a lot of people. I know that we have July the 4th on Thursday this week, so I know that folks are able to take that Friday off, and then you've got like a 4-day holiday. So I just hope that you are planning to do something fun, whether you're going on vacation or whether you are staycationing. We are always kind of staycationing here. We don't really go on vacation. Chris has built us this wonderful little patio outside that is honestly, we sit there for maybe an hour or an hour and a half at night, and it really is, we have a fire pit area. It is like being on a vacation. So to us, our little fire pit area is just like the perfect little staycation site. I'm making fatties this morning. I'm rolling fatties, y'all. Some of us will get that. Like I did when I was a teenager. That I don't do anymore. I'm making fat beads this morning, and I wanted to make fat beads because I'm making my shabby journals, and I really love finishing the shabby journals with the wrap binding that I do. And I want to use like chunky yarns, and small beads just don't look right on chunky yarns, and you can't get them to fit on chunky yarns. So I'm rolling myself some fatty beads this morning, and I just thought that I would kind of take you guys through this process. It's really not that big a whoop, but it's Monday. I wanted to do a video, so we're just going to go with that. Oh, happy One Book July, too, for you guys that are participating. I have my insert done, my gratitude insert done, but I have not written in it this morning. The first thing that I do is take some scrap paper, and this is my like collect all scrap bin that I have right here. And then I cut this into... I do a couple things. I do the Jenny Belly thing where I've got like a long triangle here, but I really dig doing barrel beads, and so I've been doing those this morning as well, and I'll just take you through that process. The first thing that I like to do, y'all, when I'm rolling a bead is to kind of take the paper and do it like this, and it gives you it goes ahead and gives you like a nice curve. So when you start rolling, you've got a nice curve. Now, I know that I could roll these on like something bigger than the skewer, but the skewer helps me kind of get it helps me be even, right? So I start with the skewer, but that hole is probably not going to be the kind of big hole that I want. So I kind of start with the skewer, but then I start to wrap, just using my fingers, because you got a fatty here. So you don't have to make it... I'm making it tight, but not like you just have to be so precise with a tiny bead. With this one, you can be a little more free form with it, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. Now, when I get to this part, there are two things I do. Sometimes I'll just clip this off. This morning, because I had it, I am using a little wee bit of Mod Podge here because I had some Mod Podge out, and then I twist that around, and then because I have Mod Podge, this is totally not something you gotta do at all. Just kind of bring it around the bead, and I'm gonna lay it on my little mat, which I found because I could not find my could not find my DIY craft mat anywhere this morning. I don't know what I did with it. All right, so we've got another bead here. I got a brush in my hand, so we'll just start rolling this way. Yeah, that's not going to be big enough. I'm going to hit this with a little bit of my Jot glue stick that I got to tell you, it's working. 4 for $1 at the pound shop. Yeah, we'll just go with it. We will go with it, my friends. Okay, let's see how big that's going to be. Okay, that one's good. I love this paper. It's celestial, stars, beautiful. I got a squeegee end on that one. Pull that out just a bit. This is such a settling task. You know, you might want to put something like this in your start box. Honestly, I know that winter is coming. I know that's a funny thing to say, but yeah, you know, it's gonna come, y'all. And I think that this would be, I love to roll paper beads in the winter time. But, you know, with our fire pit staycation area, I'm predicting a lot less, you know, staying in, going outside, enjoying our area. I got to tell you that Chris has done so much with DIY, you know, using just what we have. This house was owned by... Uh-oh, I forgot to do my thingy. There we go. Let's get it started. This house was owned by a man who was a master gardener. And the first year that we were here, it was incredible to walk outside and see what was blooming. For 10 years, the house kind of was in disrepair. After our master gardener friend moved out, a lot of our first year that we were here was just kind of rediscovering the old flower beds and that sort of thing, which was just so pleasurable, you know, rediscovering the walk. This particular fellow had, he was retired, and he poured his own concrete, y'all. He like made his own concrete. It was, you know, it's just amazing. So Chris dug up his original concrete. People who have lived here for a while know this as the Leake, L-E-A-K-E house, the Morris Leake house. That's what they call it. Oh, you bought the Leake house. And it's like, yep, we bought the Leake house. So he utilized a lot of that, you know, homemade concrete. Mr. Leake had slate brought into the yard. So it's really been just, you know, a lot of, you know, it's a lot of upkeep. And we don't do very well with it because, you know, both of us work and, you know, we aren't retired. But he has just, and I'll go out there and do a little video for you guys. So you can kind of see what we got going here. You'll see me doing two different things. I'm doing two different things because I want you to know that you can roll these beads with whatever you have. You know, you can use a paintbrush, you can use a skewer, you can use your fingers. So that's why it's kind of a bit, I'm doing two things. I love these barrel beads. I'm wondering if I want to put eyelets on them or just leave them be. I also need to find a bead tutorial, and I think Jenny Belly has one that I want to do round beads. You know, not just the barrel beads. I need in-between beads. And I would like for them to be handmade and would like for them to be paper. You know, it's just, if you're going to use that bulky yarn, you've got to have beads that have big holes in them, which I don't object to. Again, you know, the Mod Podge is a step you can totally skip. You don't have to do that. But if you do have some Mod Podge or some, you know, some glue that you're mixing with water, that works just fine too. School supplies. I'm starting to see school supplies in the store, so I'm looking forward to re-upping my composition books, because I discovered that I am completely out of spiral bound composition books, and Chris uses them and I use them, you know, so I'm looking forward to that. It's just weird to see school stuff when school was just let out here. The last day of school was June the 14th. Because our kids don't go back to school until after Labor Day. Okay, so there we go. Really, and you can make like a lot of beads, and it doesn't take a whole lot of time. I do have a damp cloth, one of my art cloths over here, kind of helping me out with the inevitable sticky that these things produce. I'm also, you know, I told you guys when I first did a bead video that it was hard to use like cardstock, but I'm using cardstock for these and it's turning out pretty good. I'm kind of liking it so far. Okay, I think that's it. I'm going to sit here and make some more beads. I'm also going to write in my gratitude journal, my appreciation insert in my traveler's notebook this morning, and then I think I'll do some work in my 5x7. She is getting so fat. Look at her. Woohoo! Do a little work in my 5x7, and I'm waiting for the new 9x12 6x9 journals to dry this morning. Thank you guys for joining me while I rolled my fatties. So all right, happy Moon Day, y'all. I will talk to you soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye.